Okay, my fairy friends, today we are going to bake some bread. Very simple, very easy. Everyone needs to learn how to do this. No excuse why you can't. And what you will need is 4 cups all-purpose flour and a little bit extra. You need a 1.5 teaspoons sea salt. You also need 2 tablespoons or 1 package of yeast, 2 cups of warm water, not hot water, warm water, and 3 tablespoons of either sugar or honey. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to do this. First of all, we're going to need a large bowl because we're going to do some mixing and kneading. Okay, here what I've done, I have put 2 cups of warm water in this bowl. I have added my package of dry yeast, and I am adding 3 tablespoons of turbinado sugar. That's what I'm going to use for that. That's the last tablespoon there. And we are going to let this sit for 5 minutes. Okay, well, I have locked up the chickens and ducks, and so that gave this plenty of time to set. It's been a good 5 minutes. So right now we are going to add our 4 cups of flour and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And I'm using sea salt and all-purpose flour. Do not use self-rising flour. Okay, I have added the flour and I've added the salt. And you're probably wondering, well, why didn't she show that? Well, because I am a one-man show and I'm trying to do this with a shattered iPad. So here we go. You're going to stir this up really, really well. And it'll start getting thick, clumping together. And I'm going to stop here because just for time's sake, I'll be right back. Okay, I got all that stirred up with a spoon. Now comes the messy part. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some flour in my hand like this. This is so it doesn't stick to you. Go ahead, throw it on there, and you are going to sit there and you're going to, this is so fun trying to do this with one hand. Oh my God, anyway, you're going to knead this and knead this and knead this. Turn it, dig those fingers in there, and you're going to do that for 5 minutes. And you're going to probably end up adding more flour to your hand as you go along because you don't want it to get sticky on you. So if it feels like it's getting sticky on you, put some flour in your hand, throw it on there, keep going. We'll be back. I'm going to get this all over this camera. I can see it now. Okay, I'm still kneading. I'm not slacking off here. Adding flour as I go. Don't want it to get sticky. So just keep turning it and digging those fingers in there. A few more minutes to go. Okay, after kneading for 5 minutes and having a confrontation with the Hellcat, this is what you're going to end up with. Now, when you get to this point, you're going to want to take a little bit of softened butter and put on the bottom of your bowl, and you're going to, underneath this, you're going to put this down on top of that butter that you have spread all over the bottom of this bowl. And then once you put it down, pick it up and flip it over onto the other side. And then cover this. If you have a seal for your bowl, like I do, that's fine. Or you can use some type of towel cloth. Put it in a warm place, no drafts, for about an hour and a half. And we're going to let it rise. And so I will show you what it looks like during that stage. And after you let it rise for an hour and a half, you're going to punch it down, knead it again for about 3 minutes, and then you're going to put it in your baking pan, which I will show you also. So from this point on, this is kind of where I end my conversation. I'll give you step-by-step notes as we get to the end, and I will leave the recipe also at the end. So this is really simple. No reason anyone should not be able to do this.